Hey everybody, Roger here. Hope you guys are all having a great day. I want to talk to you guys today about, again, similar to the last subject that I brought up in the last video about idol worshiping and our media being influxed and bombarded with propaganda and ideologies. And I think I kind of noticed a weird pattern. I'm pretty sure other people have as well, but I just started noticing this, so I'm late to the game, so forgive me for that. Recently started noticing, for instance, James Cameron. James Cameron is going to be coming out with his new movie, Avatar, and a sequel or prequel, I have no idea. Everybody goes back and forward in timelines these days in movies, and it's fucking stupid. Anyways, so he comes out and he says that testosterone is toxic, and basically says that, you know, that needs to be, we need to lower testosterone in the world. It's what's hurting this world, yada yada yada. I don't know what you understand makes the world go around, Mr. James Cameron, who has been married about, you know, half a dozen times or a dozen, I don't know. Maybe he wants all the pussy to himself, who knows? But no, men have made the world go round. Men built societies. Men have done quite a bit of things. And again, hashtag not all, and with women as well. There are a lot of women who have done just as much as well to benefit society. You know, there's no bad between either or. You know, estrogen or testosterone. There's a place in the world for both. For a man to come around like James Cameron and say that masculine toxicity, whatever the fuck that means, and testosterone are bad. He's not God. He's a celebrity. But putting two and two together here, what I'm noticing with his comments and his new movie coming out, every single time a new movie comes out, especially the last couple of years, and I've just noticed it, is people tend to have these questions for them. I think they're pre-planned. I'm not sure. Prior to build up the hype of a movie that comes out. For instance, again, Avatar. And then they have Q&As for the director, for some of the actors, things like that. And there's always some little bit of a dab of controversy, a dab of pushing people's ideologies, personal thoughts into the direction of a narrative. Again, in this one, it's testosterone is bad, and they do this with all these movies coming out now. And they push a narrative bit by bit by bit by bit. Every producer, every actor, every director has a role in pushing a narrative prior to a movie's release to hypen it up. Now, what it does afterwards, again, kind of like the big flop, though, the big flop with Disney's Forbidden Island, or whatever that one with the two gay characters in it, got completely bombed at the box office. I can't remember what it was, but it was an environmentalist movie / LGBTQ pi agenda-driven movie as well, trying to push the LGBTQ pi and the environmental activism narrative to the forefront. You know, they had interviews with those directors and those actors, or voiceover actors, and other people as well, and they're pushing an agenda prior to a movie. They do this every time a big movie comes out, a big production movie comes out. And again, you have a famous actress like, who's the girl that played Mockingbird? I can't remember her name. She comes out and says that she was the first woman to have a lead role in an action movie because men are toxic and men can't follow women. I'm like, hello, have you seen Ripley? Hello, have you seen Elektra, or I don't know, all these other characters with women as lead roles. Tomb Raider comes to mind, Angelina Jolie. And look at, again, all these are predecessors to, what is the name? It's Mockingbird. I can't remember her name. She's an annoying actress. Anyways, so she comes out and says this, and it's a complete lie. But they're pushing a narrative. All these interviews, all these actors and actresses and directors and whatnot, they're all there to push narratives. That's not their only job, isn't acting and directing and whatnot. Their jobs are to push narratives piece by piece by piece to influence the public and the populace And then what the after effect is they'll look at like box office figures, they'll look at influence, they'll look at like how people are reacting to these narratives and when they push them. And again, in the case of Disney's gay-themed cartoon animation, it didn't work, but they're going to keep trying and trying again. They put almost $200 million into the production costs to produce this movie, and I'm pretty sure a lot more in distribution. So it's going to be a huge loss for them. But in the bigger scope of things, it's they have billions to work with. So I mean, it's not going to be that big of a deal. They're going to continue in a different path with the narrative. Same thing with Avatar. Am I going to go watch it? Fuck no. Not after hearing this. This is where, again, I hope that makes sense. Interviews come out prior to a movie's release of actors, actresses, directors, videographers, whatever, and they try to provide a question and or comment in regards to a trending topic today that they want to influence a general public with, and they see if it sticks, and they move forward, and they keep rinse and repeating this with different movies and different people. Now, I'm not a big fan of anything like this. This is where some people will say, oh, you have to separate the artist from the art from the artist. I'm like, well, I do that, especially when it comes to like my recent example of like, if you have somebody who raped someone and he works at Costco, you're not gonna stop shopping at Costco because a person there raped somebody. You don't look at that one person and make it affect the whole industry. You look at their policies. I remember Costco a couple years back, they had that issue where you could not go into the store without masks. And their bylaws or their rules for membership, they didn't even have clauses to say that. And I pointed that out as well, and said, you can't enforce this kind of a rule. There's no specifics in here on it. There was a letter from the CEO saying that you couldn't come into the stores without a mask, otherwise you'd be kicked out or have your membership revoked. I canceled mine, or my partner and I canceled ours. It was just too stupid. And a letter from a CEO that's not embedded to the TOS and the bylaws of using the facilities there should be no grounds for standing there. But going back to this whole thing with separating the art from the artist, that's my example. You have a worker there at Costco. Maybe he also was a person who killed 5 people. There was an employee recently at Walmart. I can't remember where it was, but he ended up just going down the aisles, killing people at Walmart. He was an employee. Are you going to stop going to Walmart? No, you probably won't. But the thing is, one big difference there is between movies and pushing an agenda and Walmart having an employee, or Costco having an employee raping somebody, Walmart having an employee murder people. Walmart's TOS, Costco's TOS, don't say that they support murders. The movie agenda, the movie industry is saying that they're supporting the agendas they're pushing. So there's the difference right there. So that's why I think I can separate the art from the art. I can't separate the art from the artist when it comes to music, when it comes to movies, when it comes to media, television, whatnot. I will look at it and see if I want to give it my time and money. I know I sound like I'm contradicting myself, especially with past videos, but in instances like this, if you keep providing value, if you keep providing your hard-earned dollar to these people who just are just going to keep continuously push the agenda, and you're not just buying one ticket. If you have a family, you're buying like 10, or I'm sorry, maybe 3, 5, maybe sometimes 10 tickets, and that's hundreds of dollars going into these industries that you're feeding to push these narratives. Stop doing it, or at least do your best to limit it as much as possible. And a lot of people did with that last Disney movie. A lot of people did with other movies as well, with television shows that push an agenda. So yeah, I mean, there's some progress, but there's still a lot more needed to be done. This is why I do what I do, making these videos. I just want, again, I don't have all the answers. I'm a hypocrite myself when it comes to some things, but I also am not a hypocrite when it comes to standing by my stances. I go with what my gut tells me, and my gut tells me right now, no, get out of supporting industries like this, and start seeing if you can feed into other industries similar to that, like movies or music or whatever, that you know you will inherently like, not force yourself to like, and go with that. You know, I go with it with a whole heart and mind, just to make sure that these kind of narratives, they're never going to stop, but I can limit the amount of funds they receive by doing my part. Anyways, I hope this video makes sense. Kind of coincides with the idol worship video I made a couple days ago, and I hope people take it to heart. If you have any questions, or if you notice that I'm contradicting myself in any way, or if you have any input or any guidance that you can give me, I'm always willing to learn. I'm not a guru. Nobody is. I don't care what people say. We're all capable of learning and shifting our minds to learn something new and see where we're wrong or see where we're right. Anyways, guys, I love y'all. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Like, hate, subscribe, share, don't share. I do love it all. Peace out.